Hello again. We all love film cameras. We all love its distinct look of film photos. But nowadays it's very tricky to shoot film. And lots of people say that there is a good kind of replacement, a good alternative to the film cameras, which is a vintage digital camera, like this one. They are famous for their CCD sensor, which is unlike modern CMOS sensor. These ones have much more film-like image. But today we are not going to talk about this Olympus stuff model. We're going to talk about my most used CCD camera and one of the most available online even nowadays. It's Canon PowerShot A590is, which stands for image stabilization. This is an 8 megapixel camera and I bought it for just about $50 about a year ago. I have a few CCD sensor cameras, but this one is my favorite one and most used one. And today I want to tell you why I chose particularly this model to be my daily CCD film-like camera. Well, first of all, it is widely available over there. Lots of people had it. There are some other models like A590 and the 520, so they have different megapixel number, but they all have this form factor. You can use the LCD or you can use a visor in here, viewfinder. And if you are used to film cameras, using a viewfinder is something very normal. Why else you should consider buying this one if you want a CCD camera? Well, because it is a very convenient camera. As you can see, in here I have my top film camera, which is a half-frame Olympus Pen FT, and you can see that even considering the fact that this is a small film camera, this one is really tiny. And Olympus stuff is pretty much the same size. It's much slimmer, yeah, but Canon is much better than the Olympus. Because, well, let's talk about this one a bit. And these form factor cameras usually have this kind of battery inside, which is impossible to replace somewhere outside. And there is no movable lens in here, and the picture quality between those two is very different. I'll give you a few examples of what this CCD camera films like and what this one films like. Let's see a few pictures, and the picture where you see more colors and more dynamic range is definitely the Canon. As I said, the main reason why you should buy this one is just because it uses regular AA battery. Excuse me. There's also a tiny There's also a tiny battery of this type. It's CR1220, and it's made to keep the data information but in this camera it's already exhausted and I just don't replace it. It uses a regular SD card, and having a regular pair of batteries is very convenient because anywhere you go you can still buy those ones and continue photographing. Except for that, it has a flash, it has a viewfinder, and it has a pretty nice lens. And that's 5.8 through 23.2 and aperture 2.6, 5.5, but in a full format it would be an equivalent of 35 to 140 millimeter lens, and that's optical zoom, which means you can get cool pics on a 35 millimeter end if you want to have it wide, and 140 millimeters on a long end gives you a stunning look actually, which, for example, this camera is just unavailable of doing. And most cameras nowadays don't give you this cool 4x optical zoom. The colors are very nice, and overall this is a very miniature camera, which is just half size of my palm. I mostly carry it in a pocket using a pouch I was given by the previous owner. It's written Thailand 1996. Probably it's custom made, and probably for another camera, because this particular one was made, it seems, in 2008 or something like that. It has different modes: TV, manual, aperture mode, and some other modes I cannot see because they are erased from here. And it's also capable of shooting video. It has an ISO starting from 80 to 200, it seems. Let's see. Oh no, 400, even 800, oh my god, even 1600 ISO. But if you use a CCD camera, you should aim the lowest ISO possible, because only this one will give you a look without any noise and etc. It also has some white balance, which you can set up in a custom mode. Picture styles like vivid, neutral, sepia, black and white, custom color, but I mostly turn it off. There is a flash and exposure compensation. In my case, that's -1. Focus adjustment, quality adjustment, super fine, fine and normal, and yeah, megapixel adjustment. 8 is the maximum. And that's pretty much it. This is the preview mode. You can zoom it. That's a photo taken out of an airplane when when I was coming back from my latest airplane itself. Vacation. As you can see, the resolution is quite nice, and the lens sharpness is really impressive for the camera of this size, and that's why it became my main camera. Except for that, as I said, it has an image stabilizer, which kind of helps you in some cases. And overall, Canon PowerShot, this series of cameras, is really the camera you should look for if you want to try CCD sensor cameras, which are famous for having the film-like colors and feeling to it. I tried, and it definitely is a film-like camera, even though it is digital. And of course you don't get the same film grain, and you basically get slightly different colors, but overall they are much less vivid than for example my iPhone camera colors, and you just get a more basic, more natural look to each of the photo you make using this camera. Except for that, a good zoom ability, a very compact size, the regular batteries, all these factors make this camera #1 for me. I hope you liked the video. I hope your photography adventures are as exciting as mine are. See you soon. Thank you for watching, and listen to some of my music in the links on my channel, in the links below. I am a musician and photographer. My name is Liam Kicks, and see you soon.